What is going on, everyone? This is your man, Real Deal, Steele, coming to you live for a special edition Saturday Night Live on Steele Live. What is going on? A lot of enthusiasm in the chat. That's what I like to see as people keep flowing in, keep moving in, loving the Dogementum, loving the momentum, loving the big energy going on in there. Who do we got? We got Zombie Doge Army. We've got Northwoods Peachtree. We got Donnie DeVille. We've got the Doge Dolphin, Robbie Gilchrist, of course, and starting things off epically with a 69 Canadian dollar super chat. Thank you so much, Robbie Gilchrist, for your continued support of the show. Hugely appreciated, my friend. Who else we got in here? We've got Bang Stun. Everybody Bang Stun tonight. We got Sliding Edge. We've got Chillabricular Theater, Nicole, Magenta, The Beef Supreme. We've got Marcus and everyone else. The beat goes on. We got Jeff K coming in, and Vegas, and so many more. Welcome aboard, everyone, and welcome those of you from the Ask Token community. I love the Ask Token community. Such great momentum going on there. Such great attitudes in that community. Super welcoming, fun community. Their meme game is strong. So welcome, folks, and welcome folks from the Dogecoin community as well. Welcome aboard. Good to have you guys. And some of you that are spilling over from Crypto Batman. Welcome Moonbats as well, and everyone in between. Good to see you guys. Donnie DeVille also up in here. Slay Blaze, of course. Guys, if you could just take a moment to smash that like button like you'd smash your childhood celebrity crush. Takes a split second of your time. It doesn't cost you one dime. It's the number one thing you could do to help a new emerging channel like this reach more viewers and grow this community. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a very, very special show for you tonight. I've got a couple excellent guests that I'm going to introduce shortly. And Tri-Lam, Marley's dad, welcome to membership, Marley's dad, on the Steele community. Appreciate that for you linking up with the vision, linking up with our community here. I recognize you, Marley's dad, so it's great to have you on board. And if anyone else that's interested in joining membership, all you have to do is click the Join the Ranks link pinned at the top of the chat to get exclusive members-only features and content, etc. And if you're brand new here, I would love to personally welcome you, and invite you to join the community, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Hit all on that notification bell, because this is predominantly a live show. So it takes all the guesswork out of when we go live when you hit all on that notification bell. And if you've already subscribed to Steele Live, again, hit all on the notification bell. I can't emphasize that enough. So it's great to see you guys. Without any further ado, I am going to bring on our guest. The first guest needs no introduction around. Well, both of them really don't need any introduction at this point, but we're going to do it anyway. The first person I'm going to bring in is a regular co-host here on Steele Live. It is Dogecoin Millionaire, Nicholas Ballz. Nick, how you feeling tonight? Saturday.
Hey, Steven, it's Saturday night, and it's our second time linking up today.
Yes. And we're 2 for 2 last night and tonight, doing the twin spin, getting you back in the flow. Since you've come back from the flow rider, you got your tan on, you got your rest on, and now you got your computer sorted. You're back focused, and we're doing it to it.
I'm the $10 million man. They put me back together.
Yes. And then we also have another special guest I'm going to bring on now. If she can hear us, I don't know. I know she's kind of...
I can hear you.
Okay, great. It is the one and only Liv of Ass Finance and lots of other ventures, but that's what she's most known for in these parts. The CEO boss bitch of Ass Finance. Liv, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling wavy. How are you feeling, Steven?
I wouldn't say I'm feeling wavy, but I'm feeling fired up and ready to go. So we're just going to combine our unique energies to create a live stream like YouTube has never seen before. Liv is multitasking. She's having a big party at her house. I think she's got a few in her. So we're just going to roll with it. Yeah. And I think it's just going to add to the animated dynamic we already have between us. So get ready for a powerhouse. Some people are saying long live the queen in the chat. Your fans are, and your support is out in full force. So yeah, we are gonna do it to it. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And as you go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I was gonna say I'm sorry on behalf of everyone if myself or any of my friends say anything dumb on here. I've got a bunch of people over here. I got a bunch of dumb people here. It's my friend's birthday, so I'm sorry.
Nance house party is in full effect.
Yes. Liv's having a big house party right now while she's streaming to us live, celebrating a friend's birthday party. So no worries. It'll just add to the jovial, spontaneous vibes. Provided you guys don't drop too many F-bombs, I think we'll be okay. but we'll see. But guys, we got a lot of fun and interesting stuff to talk about tonight, and then we're just going to kind of wing it and see where it goes. Obviously, if you feel compelled to super chat at any time throughout this broadcast, that's hugely appreciated for all my time and efforts. You can do so through obviously YouTube at the bottom of the chat. Liv, you're celebrating a birthday party. You just got back from Florida semi-recently. Nick just got back from Florida semi-recently. And you guys happen to be out there at the same time?
Yeah, we did. I saw him tweeting that he was on the beach. And then I was like, we weren't sure if he was still in Miami because I figured he was there for like the Bitcoin conference. So I just DM'd him. And I was like, hey, are you still there? And he's like, yeah, it's on my last night. And I was like, shit, we literally had just landed. And I saw his tweet. So I was like, we have to meet up. Because, like, I was talking with him, I guess, after your podcast with him. And
yes.
He said that he's like, we have to meet up and do dinner. And I was like, hey, it's got to happen. We got to meet. So we made it happen. We were with Caleb Presley, my boyfriend Craig, and we met up and had a couple drinks, and it was actually really cool because Nick's the actual real first person that we've met from crypto, so it was so nice to actually put a face to a name. And Nick is literally the nicest person in the world, like so freaking sweet, like so sweet.
Well, thank you. I had a great time, and I really appreciated you guys come out. At first, we went out and we were like, well, we knew you, like, when you texted me, you were like, I'm in a cab right now. I'm like, they're probably not going to make it. But we made it happen. Yeah. It was awesome.
Yeah, like, it was weird timing because we didn't know what the plans were. Like, we initially went down to meet with Caleb. So I was like, I don't want to make plans, other plans, although, like, I wanted to go and meet with you. But then I was like, shit, like, I can't. Like, we specifically came down to meet with Caleb. So I'm like, I can't make plans on top of that and be like, oh, sorry, Caleb, we're busy. So
it kind of worked out perfect that Olis area is like everybody goes there. So he wanted to start out there. You guys, we were already there. It was it was just perfect timing. It worked out perfectly.
Yeah, and then I was like trying to call Steven, and then Steven was on a podcast already. Oh my god.
What?
Sorry, my friend is rolling. Oh my god, my friend is rolling on the concrete on my cement, and I painted ass on his back in chocolate sauce literally 5 minutes before coming on the show, and it's now imprinted on the ground. Oh my god, guys, stop.
Sounds about right. And so it begins. Chillericular Theater coming with a $5 super chat. Thank you, Chill. We got a Dogecoin bet for this show. If 3 Steele show members, then I buy 3 additional Dogecoin members. A Steele show membership as well to match. That's very kind of you, Chill Auricular Theater. We'll see how that goes. And thank you for helping to welcome the Dogecoin community here on Steve and Steele. Just what we need is more toe and foot references here on Steve and Steele Live. Well, Liv handles her friend bathed in chocolate sauce. I'll get to the first topic here. We'll try now, guys. I do have like a general template of the show of actual topics to talk about, but we certainly do not have to stick to any serious topics. Why don't we go to a few of the more amusing, fun stories I saw first. So this was literally a news story that came out in Newsweek this morning, which I thought was funny. And the title, it was actually in the tech and science section. This was the literal title of the article. Safe Moon crypto fans tried to get Kim Kardashian on side after she posts about Ethereum Max. So... and Newsweek goes on to write, investors in SafeMoon are trying to form an alliance with Kim Kardashian after she posted an ad for a cryptocurrency Ethereum Max on Instagram. It comes after Kardashian posted Ethereum Max on Sunday, posted an ad for it on Instagram. She said, are you guys, I'm going to try to do a Kim Kardashian impersonation. Are you guys into crypto? This is not financial advice, but sharing what my friends told me about the Ethereum Max token. Ethereum Max burned 400 trillion tokens, literally 50% of their admin wallet, giving back to the entire Emax community. So then it goes on, and then so it's basically now the SafeMoon community has been petitioning Kim Kardashian on the heels of this endorsement, which is kind of funny to me, but unsurprising because Ethereum Max, for the record, is no way associated with Ethereum in any way. Which is
insane. That is insane that they can do that.
I know. I feel like this is where some very, I'm not for an overly regulated crypto market by any means, but I feel like this is where just some real basic laws should come into play, where people shouldn't be able to just like completely jack the branding of a well-established coin or token and just like add one little word on the end of it. You know what I mean? It's just, to me, it just seems kind of wrong, man. Robbie Gilchrist coming in big again with 69 Canadian dollars. Bobby Gilchrist coming through big dolphin style. I love it. Thank you so much, Bobby Gilchrist. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you so much. And where is the Beef Supreme? Oh, the Beef Supreme is here. Beef Supreme says beef the surge. So thank you, Beef Supreme. It's good to see you bringing the big beefy energy into the chat. So back to the topic. I don't know. I feel like it kind of should be illegal just to literally put out new tokens that are completely jacking other ones with just like one small tweak on the name of it. What are your thoughts, Nick? And then Liv.
I honestly, you know what? I didn't even think about this, but I'm not going to say what is technically possible on air because, like, if you, maybe I'll save it for another time, but there could be a lot of problems with the ability to duplicate or modify original token tags. That could be a huge problem in the future. And not to say that there's any issue with Ethereum Max. I have no clue. I don't know anything about it. It seems like just a basic ERC20 token, but yeah, like stealing names is like, that's so disingenuous. And then it's crazy, like Kim Kardashian will take a promo for money for anything at this point. It would not surprise me at all if the Safe Moon community came up with enough money to pay her to promote it. But honestly, they probably don't have enough money, so I'm not really worried about it.
They do have enough money to pay her to promote her because they dump
they
every
do?
10 days. Yeah, every 10 days.
Okay.
They dump $400,000. So They can pay for it.
Yeah.
I can speak to this shit. Like I feel very strongly about it, to be honest, because this is not how. This is like my philosophy about running a token. Yes, I believe that like people deserve to be compensated for the work that they do. Like in terms of like content creation, like so say you're paying somebody to make a video or make a song. So like I pay a rapper or a singer to make a song, and they put in time for writing lyrics, recording the song, mastering it, putting it out on their platform. I'm cool with compensating that person as long as it's something reasonable, but I don't believe in paying somebody to tweet. I'll go up. I don't believe in paying somebody like $150,000 to tweet something, or like 200, 300, 400, whatever, 500, a million to tweet. Literally like, oh, I just stumbled upon this random coin called SHIB. I wonder if I should buy it. And then SHIB tweets back, hey, you ready for the 1000x? Like that's insanity to me. And to think like when you act like it's like you stumbled upon it and this is all random, like it's obvious that it's very planned out strategically to try and look organic, but it literally looks so unorganic that it's just like a joke.
Also, saying you're gonna go to more market cap than the entire crypto space is pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
Literally, like that stuff is so messed up to me, and like we try not to pay people, but when we need to, obviously some things need to be compensated. But like I don't believe...
you know, like genuine content, like you were saying, like songs or memes or like artwork or that kind of stuff is cool. Is that Craig, by the way?
Yeah, it's Craig. Hey,
Craig.
What's up, Nick?
What's up, buddy? Miss you too, boo.
Yeah, but like it's you're compensating artists for their creation of making content. So I believe in that, and I do understand that influencers need to make money as well, and that's how they make money. But like to me, like it's just absurd. I don't believe in paying somebody $100,000 to tweet something. I have had phone calls with people. I've had emails. I've had like so many people reach out to me of all of these influencers, and I literally have receipts, and I was so close to putting people on blast yesterday. I'm like, you know what? No, I'm not going to do that, because like I'm not trying to do that. But I was just like, but I'm like, I'm just, yeah, like, okay. I'm going to give a straight up, I'm going to be very transparent, because I think it needs to be said, because somebody in the crypto, or not in the crypto space, but outside, who is emerging into the crypto space is like, as an influencer, is acting like there are like holier than now, and then they're going into like being such a hypocrite, and it's like actually like really fucked up. So if you guys know what Nelk is, and I'm sure you guys have heard of Nelk, or Steve will do it. Have you guys or no?
Yeah, I'm familiar with the Nelk.
Okay.
People. A little out of my age range, but yeah, I know.
Right. So a lot of our community wanted us to get Nelk at the beginning, and we had a connection to get to Nelk. And so we were talking with like a third party, like somebody else, to like our middleman. It wasn't to get Nelk. Well, we were trying to get Nelk, but it wasn't to get Nelk. It was to get Steve will do it. And so they were asking for $100,000 for a tweet, a retweet, and a story on their Instagram, which is not permanent. For only Steve, just to tweet about our coin, and that's it, done. Nothing else, $100,000. And I'm like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. Like, no. Literally. So first they were like, okay, let's do it. But they didn't give me a number. So I'm like, I was given like a range of what we needed. So I was like to the community, okay, let's try and raise $200,000. And the $200,000 is to go to this plus everything else that we're looking to do. We're looking to do a ton of marketing, like the content creation. Yeah, we thought we were getting Nelk videos, and that's what I was really looking to get, because I would be flying down, like I was willing to fly down and go and do a video with the guys. And like they're from Toronto, so like, and like they're really on brand with us. And then it ended up turning out to be $100K for like a tweet and a retweet and a story. And so I was like, not a fucking chance. and it's like, yeah, it's not even like it's from every single person in the Nelk Boys. It's literally one. Anyways, so
what do you mean they won? What do you mean they won?
Oh, only one.
One guy.
Oh, okay.
Only one.
Okay,
Steve.
yeah.
Because Nelk Boys, it's a group of them. There's a ton of guys in the group in this like community of guys.
And just to be clear, when they're saying Steve, they're not talking about me, guys. They're talking about one of the guys from this collective. Yes.
Yeah, no, his Steve will do it. And so, yeah, so that's what they asked for. And so I really gave, I said no, but I was like, this is a community coin. So we raised the money. So I was like, listen, I'm going to put it up to you guys. And mostly it went to one member in our community, one of our admins, who donated $70,000, which was essentially most of the money that we raised for marketing. And I said, listen, it's up to you because it's essentially your money. What do you think? If you want it, we'll get it. If not, then I respect you and your decisions because it's not up to me. And he said, no, like, fuck that. So he actually put the money towards getting on our first exchange. So like, I respect the shit out of that because he also agreed with the fact that like, it was dumb. It was just like, we're not trying to pay for nothing. Anyways, sorry. So
yeah, no worries.
Literally a couple days ago, I got a message from a friend who said to check out a video. It's a video on YouTube of Steve Will Do It saying, calling out all of the influencers on Twitter who are tweeting about their favorite new crypto coin and trying to market it to their followers, and they're getting paid, and then their followers are essentially exit liquidity. So then he starts complaining about that and being like, you guys are all like, you guys are scams and stuff. And then my friend was like, wow, you dodged a bullet because you didn't go with this guy because yeah, he name dropped. Okay, so he literally he started going on about coins, and he's like, your favorite coins like tits, and he like, I swear to God, it sounded like he wanted to say ass, and he didn't say ass, obviously, because he didn't get paid, and I don't fuck with shit like that also. So if he said ass, he would he would have heard from me, but he said another coin or something. But anyways, he was calling out coins, and then literally days ago he tweets about what coin was it? Was it Emax or something? Or no, it was Rise. It was Everrise.
Everrise, yeah, they've been kicking around.
Yeah. So, and then he tweets about that, and I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. So this guy is literally talking about how he gets paid, or how influencers get paid for their followers to be exit liquidity, and how scammy it is, and how shitty it is, and how they're all bad people. And then he's doing it, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I know how much you're asking for. Like,
it sounds to me like nobody wanted to pay his going rate, and he got all pissy about it. And then one token decided they were going to pay it, and then all of a sudden everything's all good.
100%. But like, I know a lot of tokens will pay it because I see them all doing it, and I literally have I have so many Excel spreadsheets of all of these influencers' names and their going rates and how much they want. I have a dollar amount beside their name of the influencer and how much they want to be paid for doing X amount of stuff, for like, a story, a tweet, an Instagram post, and how many followers they have, like, for reach. So I know how much these people want to be paid. So it's just like, it's just a joke to me that it's all like literal smoke and mirrors, that like nobody actually likes these fucking coins. They're literally just taking their fucking marketing money, throwing it at people, and telling people to like their coins. And literally, that's exactly what I had against fucking SafeMoon, because I know that what they were doing, like, I saw it. It's very obvious, and that's exactly what I had against that. And it's not like saying whatever, SafeMoon's a bad coin. It's just saying I don't agree with the marketing. Because, like, when you pay people hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars to do whatever to get more people to buy your coin, to be your exit liquidity. It's just BS to me. And if they're getting paid in coins, those people are dumping $1 million on you in coins. You have to realize that. Where do you think those coins are going? They're literal, your exit liquidity is your fucking followers. So you get fucking Diplo. Diplo's fucking a fucking DJ, has God knows how many. And I love Diplo. And he tweets about it. And it's like, and like it's so stupid to me. Because like they have so much reach. Like how else do you think SafeMoon like has this many fucking people holding their coin? And it's not a fucking this people holding SafeMoon at all. Like this is just like, they did airdrop a lot, but like it's just like when you throw that much money into your marketing, what?
How many hundreds of thousands of people did SafeMoon airdrop? Because they didn't just get 1 million holders overnight.
No. They airdrop.
Look at the wallets, and you can literally see hundreds of thousands of wallets getting airdropped SafeMoon.
Well, dust too. Dust.
10 cents to the coin. So now all of a sudden we have 500,000 holders overnight. Yeah, you sent 400,000 people coins.
Yeah.
Ghost people.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm getting like I don't know what's going on in the comments, and I don't know if I'm getting too aggressive here, but like I'm just so fucking fed up with it because I'm seeing all of this shit happen on Twitter, and I'm literally I know what these people are asking for to be paid, and I've literally said no to all of them. I've said no to Steve. I've said no. Well, I didn't say no to Meek Mill because I was never offered him, but I was messaging one of his friends. And also, I was sent something, like sent an Excel sheet with Meek Mill on it.
What's the highest going rate so far?
Oh,
MK,
that I don't.
probably.
That I don't know. I don't know how much she
A
asked.
lot of the really high people don't give you a price, like on a.
No, you have to talk to them. They'll be on a sheet, but it won't say a number and it will say their reach. But I know Kim K will need at least six figures, but in a high six figure.
Right.
Fun fact. Another fun fact is a lot of Twitter influencers are charging way more than these celebrities.
Yeah, that's the other thing that I've seen. I look at how much. Yeah, that's another fun fact. Actually, like I laugh at what TikTok influencers ask for when they have millions of reach. And then I look at the Twitter influencers asking going rate, and I get hit with like $20,000 for some 20,000 plus for some of the Twitter influencers, crypto Twitter influencers. So it's just funny, like they are profiting way more than any of these celebrities and stuff. So it's kind of funny, but I guess they're targeting the niche, but like. I just don't think people know this. Like, I don't think they know how much money people are making and asking for in terms of marketing.
Yeah. So. Yeah. So, question for you, Liv. And by the way, Liv, if you could just check your text real quick. Question for you though. Kind of like the difference between maybe just paying someone like in a non-crypto industry for. A celebrity or somebody with a high profile for an endorsement or some commercial activity. For what I'm seeing, the main difference, because a lot of times people say, well, what's the difference? So I think the difference is when you're talking about and involving cryptocurrency is the liquidity exit stuff, right? I mean, that's really what kind of makes this ethically questionable primarily, yeah? Liv?
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that? I'm so sorry. I was literally just saying bye to my friend who's driving home now.
Sure.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. So again, my question was the difference. Many times people, when you talk about these things, some people will say, well, what's the difference? Because celebrities and high profile people get paid to endorse products and be in commercials all the time. I would say maybe the difference is what makes the crypto market unique is liquidity pools and liquidity exit stuff is what makes it more ethically questionable, right? live.
No. Okay, so, but I don't understand what you're saying about like the liquidity pools, though.
I'm just
you're saying that based on how much liquidity is there.
Oh no, what I'm basically saying is what makes the crypto market unique from just getting more high profile people to advertise and work with for marketing is that there's other investors' real money on the line that gets jeopardized at the expense of what's happening with the sponsorship, right?
No, I do think that, but essentially they're used as exit liquidity.
Right, that's what I'm saying. The exit liquidity is what
news. It's like as soon as you get listed, like for example, as soon as you get listed on a huge exchange, like think about SHIB getting listed on Binance, or you see how much volume there is. Not that actually surprisingly didn't do as much volume as I expected to see. SHIB getting listed on Binance, it didn't even actually move it that much.
Yeah, it didn't really do anything at all.
I think because the market's kind of fucking bleeding out right now. So on Coinbase, sorry, Coinbase, not Binance.
Is it live yet on Coinbase? I don't know. I'm not allowed there.
Not quite yet. It's I'm not sure what's going on there. That could be an interesting outcome. It was on it beta tested on Coinbase Pro, but now Coinbase says that it's delayed, and we're not sure why. So that's interesting. It's kind of held up right now, and no one is quite sure why. So we'll see how that plays out.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I think that the Coinbase thing, like, I genuinely, when I saw that, I went and checked because I was like, well, good time to sell my SHIB. It barely moved. And I think it does have to do with the market conditions, though, because literally every good news right now that we're seeing, it's literally not doing much. So I think I genuinely think we might need to wait. And I don't think I think we might need to wait a few weeks before we start seeing any upside. And it might be longer than that. I don't know. I've heard opinions from other people. I don't agree with them, but I'm I'm an optimistic person. I'm pretty bullish on crypto as a whole, so it might be biased from me, thinking that I need to check my bias too, because I'm just nah, not a chance. Super cycle. But that could also be literally just me not thinking logically, because everybody's when's alt season, but I think our alt season could have been the dog season. Literally, it could have been. That could have been it. And and I genuinely I think that, but I also am is it really though? Because I look at how much different this season is from 2017 bull run, and how much difference we have because we actually are bringing utilities. So there's real money coming into crypto, institutional money. There's literal governments and banks buying up crypto. So that, and now it just dies. That doesn't make sense to me, but I mean it could be it, but I don't know. In my opinion, I feel there's a 2-week cycle. It goes bullish and bearish every 2 weeks, and then there's always a huge dip. But this 2 weeks has been longer than a 2-week dip, so that's why it worries me a bit, because I've noticed the trend that every 2 weeks that people start getting bearish in our group Telegram chat. I don't even watch charts that much anymore because I don't have the time to, but I noticed a trend that usually every 2 weeks people just start getting bearish and be oh, it's over, fuck this, I'm going back to wage cuck and shit. And I don't know, I think that I don't think that it's over for now, but that's just possible, but I don't know. Craig, what do you think? Do you think the bull run's over for now or no?
Super cycle.
That's what I think too. See, Craig just said super cycle. I don't know if you heard him. Super cycle.
Yep. Yeah, I'm inclined to agree with Craig on that. Liv, if you could just check your texts real quick, thank you. And Chiluricular Theater coming in with $2 super chat says, Liv, BF, honest, are Liv's toes cuter than AMA's? What? I don't. Thank you for the super chat. I'm not even going to get into that one anymore.
Okay.
Sliding Edge, $5 super chat. Liv, maybe we should crash Bitcoin conversation. Bitcoin. I assume you meant convention. Liv, maybe we should crash the Bitcoin convention next year with our coin shirts. I hear it's all the rage now. So he's obviously referencing what Doge Boy did epically at the last this most recent Bitcoin conference, and I had Doge Boy on with an one-on-one interview. So check that out in the archives, guys. That was just about a week ago, a little more than a week ago now. Kind of. Circling back to this, Liv, you mentioned that you sold and you had quite a bit of SHIB shares. You recently sold your SHIB shares. Could you maybe elaborate on that?
Yeah. Actually, so okay, this is like I'll tell it in like a minute story.
Yeah, no problem.
I literally, like in quarantine, I hadn't been drinking at all. So one night, Craig and I decided to just have a couple beers. We were just hanging out, had a few beers, got a little buzzed. Like I literally had 2. And I was a little buzzed. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to buy some meme coins. And then I had already had Doge. And I think that was the only one that I had like as a meme coin. And I bought SHIB, and I threw down like $1,000, and I was like, "No, I'm buying more." And I threw down 2,000, and then Craig was like, "Okay, let's go walk the dog. She needs to go out." And then I was like, "Okay, I'm buying more first." And I was like about to walk her, and I was like, "Wait, hold on." I ran back to my computer and I bought more. I bought like $4,000 or something like that. I don't know the exact amount because I bought it in B&B. I think I bought like $4,000 to $5,000 worth, because I was just like feeling kind of risky. And then literally the next day, it like 5Xs. And Craig is like, Liv, take the profits. Please take the profits. Like, that's good profit. And I'm like, stop trying to FUD me out of my position, please. I'm not selling. Because I'm literally like, please, nobody, this is not financial advice. I'm literally the degen trader. Craig is so conservative, like plays everything safe. Like, oh, okay, this coin went up X amount of %. This is a good time to exit. And then next thing you know, it goes like 1,000x. But he takes it out at something that's like, seems logical. And so I'm out here and I'm like, no. And he's like, literally, Liv, the chart looks like it's at a top. It comes down, it retraces. And he's like, Liv, what did I tell you? That was the top. And I'm like, fuck you. Or F you. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Anyways, so it comes back. And then it goes again. And it takes off. And he's like, Liv, sell it. And I'm like, no. Literally, like a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, he was like, do you still have your SHIB? Or it may have been like 3 or 4 weeks ago. I don't really know. But he's like, do you still have your SHIB? And I was like, yeah, I diamond hands everything. And he's like, Liv, it's like at whatever bill market cap. And I was like, oh. And he's like, Liv, how much money do you have now in it? And I'm like, I don't know. So I went and checked, and I had like 6 figures.
Wow.
Yeah, and I was like, what the heck is happening?
Right.
I didn't sell. I didn't sell. I waited a couple days, and I was like, you know what? We were talking about marketing with Asscoin, and I was like, it'd be really cool if like we did some crazy marketing, like somebody had a crazy car and wrapped their car, and I was like, let's get a Lambo. I was like, why not? Everybody's like, when Lambo? So
right.
I was like, you know what? I sold $150,000 worth of SHIB, basically in like 3 cells or something. And just so I can like get money out to get a Lambo. And then I kept some money. I kept like 50,000. And because I was like, who knows, whatever, because I knew SHIB swap was coming. So I was like, if it moons, great. If not, then whatever. I sell the rest for whatever. Anyways, the other day, then I saw SHIB, like people like some SHIB community tweet come out being like trying to talk crap about Dogecoin and Billy. And it was like really nasty stuff. And then I was like, nah, I don't really vibe with this. And then even after Billy calls it out, they literally keep coming at Billy. And then people were commenting from our community and they were like, this isn't cool. Then they started calling out our community. And then I was like, all right, I'm done. I'm selling all of my SHIB. I sold it for like 30K. It's obviously down, so I didn't sell it for as much as I could have gotten. But I'm like, it's literally the premise that I don't want to be holding this coin. And I know they were called like the Doge killer before, and I'm like, okay, whatever. It's a joke, it's a meme, but like now I've seen so many like aggressive messages where I'm like, this isn't even a joke. Like if you make a coin and you're like, oh, I'm here to take over this coin as a joke, and then you're like, no, I'm not actually. You're just whatever, another meme coin. Right. Fine, whatever. But they're actually think. They're literally posting memes like Elon now loves SHIB more than they love Doge. I'm like, you guys are like literally mentally ill. So I just pulled it off.
Yeah. So it's kind of a big principle move, sounds like, and good on you for that. And as we saw, Elon kind of taking the back of Billy in that in those exchanges by basically laughing at the tone and a vibe being placed forward by a lot of folks in the SHIB community. And so Elon coming out and having a laugh at the SHIB attackers of Billy was pretty epic Twitter moment, really. And what this did is it signaled to me a couple things here. What it did is it signaled that Elon wouldn't have done that if he was particularly fond of SHIB, and so he's not. So we're not going to have to worry about folks in Doge aren't going to have to worry about divided loyalties between basically from a marketing standpoint, a rip-off token of Doge, and I do think that the Elon's loyalties to Doge long term are pretty secured. So yeah, it sounds like he made a principled decision, and one that's certainly understandable, given just the level of sheer barrage of toxicity that had been coming out of that community, and to just start attacking a guy like Billy out of nowhere is pretty unnecessary. So yeah, good on you.
And what a weird, awful, like, no one knows who's controlling that thing. No one knows where the money really is. Like, Vitalik owned most of it for a point in time. Like, he didn't even know. Yeah. It's just such an odd token. It's so incredibly odd. I don't know how anyone with any kind of like investment mind or any moral status could put their money into it with all of these unknowns. It's completely unknown. Like, no one knows where that thing came from, who's behind it. Like, I understand that that's like the principle of Bitcoin for the most part, but like there's so much backing behind this. Like, with SHIB, it's like you just don't know. And unfortunately, their community has devolved into this just toxic hellhole of like insanity, really.
It's not, and of course, it's not everybody in their community, but
it's not 100% of people.
It's definitely more than a few bad apples, though.
Yes, 100%, more than a few bad apples.
Yeah, for sure.
I was gonna say though, like, when you market off of like branding yourself as the Doge killer, then it's like, obviously it's more than a few bad apples, because that's what you're trying to become. Like, you market yourself as like, that's your catchphrase.
That's your starting point, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So it's
and
like,
who
it's
created
not
that? Who invented like that? We don't know.
And why?
No one knows who these people are. So it's like, what?
I literally, all I saw was, it was a dog coin. All I saw was SHIB. Didn't see Doge killer. I saw SHIB and I saw leash, and I was like, all right, I'll grab some. I have Dogecoin. Why not? And
I'm sure a lot of people got into it for that very principle. At the time, there was many Doge like knockoffs coming around, and this one just happened to be the one that like flipped the script and was like, we're gonna kill people. Like, it's just, it's insane. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, it's, who knows? I mean, it could even be that whoever the creators were, saw it as more of like a lighthearted rivalry. But I mean, to a certain degree, you do have a responsibility, because a lot of the investors that you are attracting in the BSC market are younger and really aren't going to know the difference, So, and I'm being generous with the intention, the possible intention of this thing. And who knows, it is all kind of bizarre timing with, Barry Silbert, when he tweeted out some pro-SHIB, anti-Doge kind of memeology around the same time of SNL. Yeah, he left it up for like a night and then deleted it, but it all happened the night of SNL. It's just all very curious timing. And like I said, I've theorized that it's definitely not outside the realm of possibility that both the CEO of Binance and perhaps Coinbase, along with Barry, have been kind of using SHIB as kind of leverage to maybe suppress some level of Doge momentum in favor of their interest being BNB coin and all the BTC, the big BTC holders among the ranks of longtime clients at Coinbase and their staff as well. And this kind of also doesn't seem, it may sound far-fetched, but after talking to a couple of the Dogecoin developers here on this show, who both felt that Coinbase particularly has a very inherent anti-Doge bias, which is why it took them so many years to platform Doge. When you start looking at all these things, together, it's really at that point it seems even more probable, right? So we obviously can't say without a shadow of a doubt that's what's going on, but there's certainly a lot to consider there. Anyway, enough about that. Something a little bit more fun. Liv, I noticed that Ray J has been singing. Speaking of which, this is so ironic, right? So Ray J, the ex of Kim Kardashian, we probably wouldn't even. It's a possibility that we wouldn't even know who Kim K is right now without a particular video made with Ray J once upon a time. So Ray J has been singing the praises of Ass Token on, I think, Instagram, I saw, right?
Yeah, he's a good friend of ours actually now, which is funny.
So how did that transpire? I mean, could you explain that for the viewers?
Yeah, it's honestly a weird story, but somebody in our community, he does a lot of marketing and influencer stuff. So he has a lot of connections, but he's really good friends with Ray J. And he literally messaged our admins and he's like, can you put me in touch with Liv? And so I DM'd him And so he's like, I'm heading over to Ray J's house tonight. I'm getting him into Asscoin. Do you want to have a talk with me? And I was like, honestly, I thought this guy was like just BSing me.
You're
and
right.
I just thought it was somebody asking for money. Like, because I hear it every day. And honestly, I was like, you know what? I'll give him a chance because he wants to Zoom. So like, I'm going to see somebody's face. So
Right.
he talks to me and he's literally like, I will call you back.
Right.
I'm at Ray J's and I will Zoom you with Ray J. Get a minute. And I was like, oh, this guy's not joking. And so I was like, okay. So he calls me back when he's with Ray J and his wife Princess, and basically asked me for like to pitch to them because his wife was a little skeptical. And honestly, I don't blame them because I'm sure they get exploited all the time. Because as an influencer, people are going to exploit your platform. They're going to exploit the influence that you have. And so they're going to be skeptical and they're like, okay, who are you? What are you doing? What are your intentions? And so him and his wife were just like, had their poker faces on and they were just like not really reacting to anything I was saying. And I was like, I was intimidated. But then like literally after a couple minutes, they started warming up to Craig and I, and we're honestly so sweet. Literally the sweetest couple. And they were just literally just offering us whenever we come down to Miami, that we can go and stay at their house and we can borrow their cars, we can borrow their Bentley trucks, we can borrow their panel vans. And I was like, are you kidding me? Like, they're so nice, so humble. They have like a bunch of dogs and they're talking about their kids and like they're just literal real people. And it was just so refreshing to actually talk to people like who you think are just like
Their kids are beating each other up on the Zoom call.
Yeah, their kids are like beating each other up on the Zoom call, literally like just like messing around. Like it's just like so human. And to me, like that just is so cool to see that like you think of somebody and not to say like I thought of him as a bad person, but like just think of people when you think of a name and you just really don't know what they will be like and expect what they'll be like. And then you talk to them and they're literally like so human. They just obviously live this lifestyle that's just in like whatever the public eye, but they're very sweet. So sweet. And Ray J has been texting me ever since then and is like, how can I help? I have all of these people that I would like to get involved. Let me know what I can do. He's calling people. He's coming on Zoom calls with me. And he's like literally so in it. And it's honestly, he goes on the MTV Video Awards 2 days after I meet him.
Right.
And preaches about Asscoin. I'm like, that is literally so cool. We didn't pay him to do this. Like literally he's like, let me wire transfer you money and I will you send me Asscoins because he couldn't put whatever money into it because he didn't have money into crypto yet.
Right.
Because Binance, he was waiting for his Binance approval.
Right.
And
He's
so
a real person.
He's like,
He's just like us.
Like, I wanted to get in. Yeah, and he's like, I want to get into Asscoin now. And I was like, listen, don't worry. I was like, I trust you. Like, it's okay. Like, let me send you coins and you can send me money whenever you can. Like, there's literally no pressure.
Right.
And like, it was so cool just to talk to somebody like that and just like how like down to earth they were. And honestly, Princess, his wife, is so sweet, so nice. And it was so funny because when she came on, literal poker face, like trying to like stare us down and be like, play the defensive card. And then she just opened up and then she was like so nice. And then she was like all about it. Cause I was like, listen, I want to send my personal coins, not to Ray J. I was like, I want to send them to Princess, his wife.
Yeah.
And then she was so happy because I'm like, Ray J, you buy your coins. Princess, I'm sending coins to you.
You're gonna gift her some, out of your personal collection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, she's very sweet too, but they're very cool. Yeah, and he did another story again.
The next Miami trip, we're all meeting up at Ray J's house. Is that what you're telling me?
Literally, he offered his house to us. He literally was like, whatever you want. If you guys want to stay at our house, we have a private jet. We have a Bentley truck. We have a Sprinter van. We have all of this stuff. Literally, I have like the texts, the messages and shit. Like, I'm not that I'm going to put them out, but like, it's just me saying how kind this person is. Like, it's just so nice to have support from somebody like in the community. Like, and it doesn't mean that obviously everybody has to throw this, but I mean like that people believe in us to like use the resources that they have to like offer them and extend them to us, which is like honestly like it's so humbling. Also, another thing, I don't know. Oh wait, I think I told you. I think I told you, Steve.
Yep. Yeah, what's that?
We're due. I would like tickets if you want to come. I'll pay for your tickets via Travala if you would like to come down. I don't know the exact date yet because we're booking venues, but it's going to be between the 11th to the 14th, and it's going to be a really big event.
Wow.
In Miami?
But specifically, it's happening during Miami Swim Week, during Fashion Week.
Wow.
It's going to be really big. So if you want to come, I had a FaceTime call with a designer tonight at a venue.
Right.
She showed me the venue that we're going to be at. It's a very well-known venue where many celebrities go every night.
I think I know where you're talking about.
Yeah, I want you guys there if you guys want to come.
Oh,
think
amazing.
I know where I'm talking.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Oh, amazing.
Swim week is actually my birthday week, so I will be here. But Steven should definitely take a hold of this opportunity.
Yeah. I'll.
What?
You gotta come,
I just got back.
Nick.
I know.
You gotta come.
I was hoping for the Vegas meetup. Actually, that's what I was waiting for.
Yeah.
You gotta come. Should we say what it is, Craig? Should I say what it is? It's pretty much getting. No, I'm not filming that. Should I say what it is? Okay, I'm just gonna say what it is. I haven't said it before yet, so it's first on Steven Steele Live. We're doing a fashion show.
Oh wow.
We're doing a fashion show, bikini wear for Miami Swim Week, and we're doing a fashion show. Yep. All ass themed, all night, all ass themed. We're getting celebrities, influencers, everything coming. We're getting OnlyFans girls. We're getting literally everything, models. Literally everything awesome. You can imagine. Dogs. Yeah, ask Miami.
This is amazing. This is amazing news.
Yeah, it's gonna be huge. It's literally gonna be huge and bigger than the Bitcoin conference, Craig says. And
it's coming up that quickly, right in the mid July, huh?
Yeah, Miami Swim Week is between the 11th and 14th. So we don't have a date booked, but we're booking a date. We literally had a video call tonight at the venue, and I had the designer call me and show me it, and it's fantastic. I want to walk in it. I think it will be fun. I used to model, so like I would love to walk in it just for fun.
Yeah, you definitely should.
I will for fun. Yeah. And I know a lot of models also. Like, since I used to model in Toronto, I've got a lot of connections with models. So I'm going to try and get some models down in Miami as well to come and do it with us. We've got a lot of OnlyFans girls. We've got a bunch of celebrities. and influencers and stuff who want to come. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm not going to tell the venue yet because we need to book it first, and then it will come out. But yeah, that's what we're doing.
That's dope.
Wow. So just to be clear, guys, the breaking news is that Ass Finance, Ass is going to have a fashion runway show in Miami in a few weeks. Not only that, but is this like the launch of maybe a bikini line? Liv?
Yeah, she actually made them all. I'll send you the images.
Yeah,
we have bikinis and male swim trunks.
Yeah.
Oh,
honestly,
snap.
So nice. Literally, when she sent them to me, they look like they're high fashion stuff. Like, and I was blown away. And when I went down to Miami on the last weekend, I literally went to the designer's house. I asked to meet up with her, and she's the sweetest woman. And she had us into her house. She made us Cuban coffees with her husband. I saw her baby, and she was just giving me all this stuff. She's like, "Here, I want you to have all these swimsuits. I want you to have all the stuff. I'm gonna make you custom dresses." She's like, "Now that I know what you look like and your build and your figure, now I know exactly what I want to make for you." She's like, "Pick out your favorite fabrics. I'm gonna build." She has already made press its way to her for. She created these custom fabrics and prints, and so she's going to make swimsuits for the fashion show, and it's gonna be really, really cool. Yeah.
You have like a model like build, by the way. You're very tall.
Yeah. I'm 5'11". I think we were talking about this and trying to measure.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah, I'm 5'11".
Well, I love it. Guys, you are listening to your man, Real Deal Steele, and my special guests tonight are Liv of Ass Finance and Dogecoin Millionaire Nick Ballz. And Liv is just fiery tonight, and I'm digging it. And she's just announced pretty huge news about an Ass finance fashion show that will be happening and transpiring in Miami in just a few weeks. Also premiering and featuring asswear. I mean, and the form of bikinis and men's swimsuits. So this is really exciting. This is really cool. And talking about the evolution of Ray J and his wife promoting and being into Ass Token kind of in this kind of random organic happenstance. And so this is all just, you never know. You just never know what's going to happen in this kind of industry. It's just really wild how things shake out sometimes.
Perfect time of year for a swimsuit launch.
Yeah, it really is. This is
no better place than Miami.
Yeah, this is fantastic news for Liv, fantastic news for Ass Finance, and it really kind of bodes well for the potential of the longevity of Ass Finance, and definitely something that I recognized and I saw early on. So it's surprising, but then again, it's not, So
when I met Liv, I was like, instantaneously, because how often or whenever are you going to get a chance to meet the creator of like a BSC project? Very rarely. I mean, a lot of these people exist online, but I got to meet Liv in person. I was like, oh my God, like this, she's a really cool girl.
Yeah.
And like, it just made me very like happy for her and really positive on the project. It was really cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, no wonder you're fired up and excited, Liv. This is excellent news. I also noticed on TikTok that there's kind of stemming off of the Ray J thing. Now there's like some popular TikTok girls that are doing like booty dances and stuff to ass finance. Have you seen some of these? I think she got distracted by.
Sorry, no, I'm here. I was muted. Sorry. Off of the Ray J video?
Well, yeah, I've just noticed on TikTok that there's it seems to be the Ray J effect, right? Of him promoting it or talking about it. That there's kind of a new kind of explosion of popular TikTok girls kind of doing some, I guess booty-esque dances, kind of like holding up ass token or ass finance kind of stuff. Have you seen any of this?
Yeah, we have a TikTok campaign coming out.
Yeah.
So we paid for somebody to help us with like building a campaign, with like organizing it.
Mm-hmm.
But like because he's in our community, he gave it to us at like an extreme discount, which is like, I know it is an extreme discount because it's the reach that we're getting. So we're a reach of 100 million people. So we're spreading it out. We videos coming out. Some started today, I think, or yesterday, and we have a lot more coming on Monday. Because he wanted to help us with getting ass out. It was who helped us with Ray J also, and he has a lot of reach. So he's like, this is what he does as a job, is TikTok campaigns and stuff like that. So he asked us if he could get involved, and basically we're just paying for it at cost of the influencers to help with getting it going on there, because that's one of the reaches that we don't have is TikTok. We're pretty much covered on Twitter, I would say. I think everybody knows who we are on Twitter. We have some reach on like journals and articles and stuff, but TikTok is one of our biggest reaches that we don't have. That and Instagram.
TikTok is what, as much as I'm not on TikTok, but that's where all the kids are. And if you want to start something up, I mean, if you think about it, Doge got its first initial bump off all those TikTok videos that were getting made of it. So TikTok is huge, man. It is like massive especially with the kids. We went to dinner the other night. We parked in this parking garage, and there was this group of kids like in the corner of the parking garage, like filming themselves dancing, and I'm like, no way, this is happening. It's real.
Yeah,
it's a real thing.
I see that all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, it's definitely its own thing, and I have a TikTok, but I hardly upload anything because I'm just Twitter and YouTube keeps me busy enough, and I don't even know if there's a market for like more podcast kind of clips on TikTok or not. Anyway, so but I should maybe consider thinking about some TikTok content. I don't know.
And buy some booty shorts and start busting out the moves,
right,
bro.
Right. I could start doing just like doing
Daisy Dukes.
Some cringe zoomer dances and like smile really big. Maybe I should just start doing that.
You kill it on there.
Yeah. So yeah, that is great. That is all awesome news, Liv, and thanks for sharing. Thanks for kind of breaking that news here on the show. That's so cool. That's awesome. Wow. Yeah. So I'll definitely follow you up with you about the Flo Rida experience in July. That sounds awesome. That sounds awesome.
Like, we'll pay, yeah. If you're up to it though, if you want to come, sorry, my doggy's barking. If you want to come, we want to I like not we as in ass, but I want to pay for your flight down via Travala.
That's very.
So,
even you definitely should
Nick,
do this. I'm gonna be so.
Girlfriend, I don't want to say her name. But
Wait, what did? Wait, what did you say?
I want to invite Billy too down. I haven't told him about it yet, but if he wants to come too, I want him to come. Not like for clout, but like I think fun. Just to, like, I don't know, hang out with all these people. Like it's so cool just to meet people in crypto in real life. 'Cause it's so weird just talking over the internet and just not knowing what anyone looks like or talking to them face to face. Like,
I know for a fact Billy likes
so
the
nice
ladies.
just to like meet somebody.
Yeah, I agree.
Text Billy.
You keep breaking up now, Liv. I don't know if it's your headphones or if you're not talking close enough in, or
Probably
Can you
connection.
hear me okay?
Yeah, your connection's probably all screwy. But no, unfortunately the week of swim week down in Miami is my birthday week, and my girlfriend and I are going to a resort for a little couples experience. But I definitely think that Steven should 100% take this offer up. I think Steven would have a blast down there.
it definitely sounds like my kind of adventure. Definitely sounds like.
Yeah. Dude, Florida is fun. It is a fun time.
Yeah, I haven't been there in quite some time, many years. So
it's like the new LA.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm calling it right now. Miami is the new Los Angeles.
It is.
Yeah, people are leaving LA in droves. I mean, more than I've ever seen before.
And it's hard to believe. I lived in LA for like 3 or 4 years, and the weather is actually nicer in Miami. And like, people say that there's really hot girls in LA, but I can guarantee you for a fact that there are extremely hot girls in Miami.
Well, I don't doubt that for a moment. Of course. Let me get a couple of these super chats, guys. Chill, Regular Theater, $5. Thank you, Chill. Wow, AMA from Tocoin Schoolin' Tocoin members in here on how to buy Ask Token. Talk about lead by example. Thank you, Tocoin folks, and thank you, Chill, for the super chat. Marcus, $20 super chat. Thank you, Marcus, for your generous $20 super chat. Really appreciate it. He says hello from LA today. Marcus, you're from Germany. You're in LA today? U.S. immigration cost me a lifetime. Nick and Liv, great to hear you again. Liv, thanks for being so open on the influencer crypto stories. Other industry sectors are less money crazy. All the best for Ass Fashion Show. Marcus, my German friend, thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. And I don't know are you saying that you moved to LA or are you just visiting LA?
He's here for business.
Oh, okay. The immigration costs. Yeah. So yeah, you're here on business. That's what I pretty much figured. But yeah, welcome to LA, my friend. Hope you soak up some rays and you get a chance to enjoy yourself while you're in the States, Marcus. And I have a feeling you and I are going to meet one day. Yeah, this is awesome. It definitely seems like my kind of vibe, my kind of trip for sure. So yeah, I'll definitely follow up with you about this, Liv.
Steven and I were actually talking before about going out to see Billy. We were kind of planning that, or gonna start planning that trip when I got back from Florida. And that's definitely something I 100% still want to do. However, I will tell you that if Billy co-signs the Miami trip, that should 100% lock you. Like, if Billy's going, you should definitely be going.
Yeah.
And if I could go, I would go if I wasn't going away for like a short weekend. But if something happens and my plans change, you never know. My girlfriend might be down for a Miami round 2 electric boogaloo.
Yeah. We'll pitch a tour, and we'll see where it all ends up. Guys, if you haven't smashed that like button, if you could just take a moment to do that, really appreciate it. It just takes a split second of time, and it's honestly the number one thing you can do to help a newer channel like this emerge. So if you haven't done that, if you just take a moment to do that, I'd really appreciate that. If you're new here, I'd like to personally welcome you and invite you to subscribe and join the community here. We have a super exciting, eccentric, unique community here. Unlike anything else that you'll find on YouTube, in my opinion. So we'd love to have you sync up with our vision and join us and stick around. And then also, memberships are now available as of last week. So you can join the ranks and unlock exclusive membership features through just clicking the link pinned at the top of the chat to see those membership options. Marcus says, Steven here in LA for entertainment business on NR City Stories. Awesome. Hope to talk with you and Nick about it again soon. Leaving US in about 2 weeks. Awesome, Marcus. I definitely will circle back to you again, my friend. Marcus and I have been talking potentially about me doing some voiceover work for that series. So we'll see how that shakes out. Thank you so much, Marcus.
He reached out to me a month ago, and it was right, as we were getting ready for vacation. He was like, I want to hit up Steven. He's got the perfect voice for what I'm creating. And I did a Zoom call with Marcus a little bit ago.
Yeah.
And man, I don't know I can't remember if he's filming in English or German. I can't remember. I think they're filming in Italy, if I remember correctly. But man, I would love to have a role on that show. I think I would look perfect for that. Playing a cop character would be cool.
Yeah. It seems like a really fun, exciting project. I used to do voiceovers years ago, but I haven't done them for so many years. It's not because I don't enjoy them. I just, life. I just get caught up with different business directions and I have a store now and things like this. So, but the funniest voiceover I ever did was for Dannon Yogurt. That was for a radio spot for Dannon, and the script was so cheesy that I really had to focus hard on not laughing during the takes, because if there's one thing you can do to tick off your employers for voiceovers is to start laughing at their script. So I really just had to keep a strong focus internally, not to keep laughing at what I had to say and how I had to say it. So but I do miss doing that kind of stuff. It's been a while. I would love to start getting back into it. So and Liv, speaking of which, I'm going to do a voiceover on an ass video, right? Usually. Yeah.
I need you to do one. I need you to do one on the how to buy ass.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do the how to buy tutorial for ass. That'd be a lot of fun. That'd be great. That'd be super fun. So I'd be happy to do that. Go ahead.
I'll compensate you for it, for some ass.
Deal. Deal. Sounds good. Done deal. I'm all about it. So let's see what else I had here. So I don't know if you guys heard that Charles Hodgson's from 88 Cardano was on Lex's podcast, where Vitalik Buterin was just on recently. Well, he followed up with having Charles Hodgson's on for a 3-hour podcast, and someone asked me, "Did you see it?" I'm like, man, I can't listen to Charles talk for 3 minutes hardly, let alone 3 hours. No. But
so funny because I didn't hear about that at all.
Well, he claims that he's open to quote unquote fixing Dogecoin's what he called existential ticking time bomb, and it's just like, thanks for like the help / total like backhanded diss. You know what I mean? It's just like, oh yeah, I'd be totally happy to help fix Dogecoin's existential ticking time bomb. I'm like, okay, I see what you did there, Charles. I see what you did. So he's like, you know, he's positioned himself to be like the good guy that's just going to bestow his brilliance upon Dogecoin, while calling it an existential ticking time bomb. This guy's unbelievable, man. You know, and he said, it was Lex Friedman's podcast, and he said that he doesn't understand the frenzy associated with Doge. And when he said that, to me, that just encapsulates the sheer cluelessness that is Charles Hoskinson's. At this point, at this stage of the game, for somebody in his position to just straight out say he doesn't understand the frenzy associated with Doge, you don't understand it? You don't understand why it's gotten where it has? You don't understand the appeal? To me, this is like an alarming level of cluelessness that really like has me questioning the future of ADA. What are your guys' thoughts?
I think it's impressive that Charles has built essentially a smart contract token that has no smart contracts, and he's trying to school people on how to improve their project. Like, dude, your use case that you created is not it's been years in the making, and you have nothing to show for it other than price action on a promissory. It's like it's insane to me. I wish him the best, I really do, but the level of facepalm that comes from that man, like, I swear.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. And someone was just informing me in the chat, and I looked it up, and they are correct, that it wasn't a 3-hour podcast. It was a 5-hour podcast. So if it's out there with Lex Friedman, you can listen to Charles Hoskinson's talk for 5 hours. 5 hours. So
no thanks.
You know, if there's any one man who loves the sound of his own voice more than anyone else in the crypto space, it's arguably Charles Hoskinson. And he's always struck me as the kind of fella that is always kind of bitter that people don't recognize his brilliance quite enough. And for him to say that he doesn't understand the frenzy and the popularity associated with Doge, just to me speaks to a level of a cluelessness and disconnection from the crypto market right now that is it just really baffles me. I don't know how he cannot understand the narrative and the appeal of Doge at this stage in the game, and in some ways be a really brilliant guy, in other ways be incredibly seemingly clueless. This guy is, in my opinion, perhaps the greatest obstacle to the success of his own currency. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, you know, the level of not self-aware, the opposite of self-awareness that goes on in that man's mind astonishes me on a daily. You know, many people may know, you know, I've spoken about it before. I own ADA. And I've made money on ADA.
It's not a bad coin. Yeah.
It's really not. I mean, the project itself is a good project. It's just, it's the prime example of why you don't want some jamoke being the CEO of something. Like, that's the benefit to not having a CEO when they're not cool. Like, Charles is not a cool dude. Like, you know, he's just not a cool guy. I would not get along with him. You know what I mean? Like, I could tell from the jump, like, Charles and I would not get along. And it's unfortunate because, you know, it seems like he's got a good project going on, and he might be the you know, he's one of those guys who's so smart that he gets in the way of himself.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty fair assessment of the guy. I'm working on pulling up a meme right now that I made involving Charles Hoskinson last week that I think it's pretty funny. And we'll just get the feedback here. Let me pop it in. So I took, those of you who are familiar with Back to the Future will get this. Let me go to the primary screen. Oops. Hold on just a second, guys. Let me resize this thing. Just bear with me a moment. So, wow, it's way too big. Okay. So here we have, those of you familiar with Back to the Future will get this. I don't know if you can see the screen, Nick, but we're in about a 30-second lag, so it'll pop up there momentarily. But what we have here is I have Charles Hoskinson alongside with Biff of the future, and then I have Vitalik Buterin alongside of the protagonist, Marty McFly. And I think these are pretty fairly apt parallels, both in narration and physical attributes. So
very similar stances. I think you're giving a little too much credit. I think Biff is a cooler dude than Charles.
Oh, dang. Oh, that's brutal. Brutal. Liv, are you around? She's probably multitasking, being a hostess with the mostest there at her house party. No problem. She'll just pop in and out.
I'm here. We're walking to a park right now. We're going to set off fireworks.
Oh, no worries.
Awesome.
No worries. Let me.
I'm here.
You guys are like running Canada up there.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. No worries, Liv. Feel free to just pop in and out. At will, no worries. Marcus coming in with a $10 super chat. Thank you again, my friend. Says Steven on voiceover and Nick as a crypto cop noted to casting list. No problem. Let's see what we can do for Liv. I will call you, Steven and Nick. Stay well. Keep on holding Doge fists high to the sky. Thank you so much, Marcus, my friend, and looking forward to following up with you. Josh Randell disavows. I love that username. Charles Hoskinson knows full well why Doge is popular. He said what he said to get Doge holders to abandon their position. Yeah, I think you raise a good point. I think there may be a strategic element of willful feigned ignorance about the project, about the appeal of it anyway. As a strategic move to maybe spook some Doge holders. But it's either way, it's pretty underhanded, honestly.
And he's not. That's the thing. Charles is not a dumb guy.
No, he's a brilliant guy.
He's a very, very intelligent man, but it just goes to show you, like, sometimes the smartest people in the world are like completely clueless on certain areas of life.
Yeah, and social calibration
and social cues. I took the words right out of my mouth. Like, that is the embodiment of Charles Hoskinson. Like, he is probably, top-notch computer engineer, top-notch coder. Couldn't host. He couldn't do what Liv is doing right now. Like,
yeah,
he could not host a house party to save his life.
Yeah, I agree. That's pretty good. Marley's dad says, "Let's hear it, Steven Steele. What was the Dannon commercial like? Give us a sample." Oh gosh, it was something along the lines of there was like some women having like an aerobics class, and then I it was so dumb. And then I had to interrupt the aerobics class to tell them about this new offshoot of Dannon. And all I remember was that was the premise. And the only line I remember was after I busted in and broke up the aerobics class, I said, one of the lines was, you may be asking yourself, how can a low-fat yogurt taste so good? Yeah, and that was one of the lines, and I remember, and plus you have to listen to the headphones like the people that recorded before you. So I was listening to the women that were surprised that I broke up the aerobics class to tell them about the new low-fat offshoot brand within Dannon. And I just remember thinking the whole premise behind the commercial was just so ridiculous. But I pulled it off. It got some circulation on radio. I don't think it wasn't ever used for TV spots. But I think I'm just going to leave that meme up there for a little bit for fun. Charles is, and to me anyway, personally, is a remarkably unlikable guy. It's incredible because he's very smart, but he's very arrogant and he's very petty at the same time. And so when he tries to court people about his project, he gets very overly defensive and very know-it-all-y and preachy and just all the kind of things that to make for very unpleasant interactions with people. I see him blow it time and time again on Twitter anyway, with courting people that could really make a big difference to ADA, and I think he is the predominant obstacle to his own success. Now, could ADA go on to just absolutely kill it and thrive despite his faults in this regard? Sure, absolutely he can. Absolutely he can. Do I still think that ADA is a decent coin? Yes. Do I think that it still can be a smart investment? Yes, I think that's possible. Is it something that I'm invested in anymore? No, no, but that's just my decision. And plus, it's just for me. It's just a matter of priorities and reallocation. And I have limited resources as well, so that has a lot to do with it. That has a lot to do with it too. Chillaricular Theater coming in again, $2. Thank you for that. So sad ADA has a douchey CEO because it's a great coin. Yeah, I think it's a pretty solid coin. It's also kind of is a good reminder as to a decent slice of the pie as to why Dogecoin is likely successful after being around for 8 years, because there's an absence of CEO for somebody to screw it up along the path of the last 8 years. Don't you think, Nick?
Oh, 100%. That, we talk about this all the time. That,
yeah.
So many of the great projects in crypto, of the original altcoins and then Bitcoin as well. A lot of these original projects, the creators either abandoned them or stepped away early on, and there's something very very endearing about that. I think that people like to see that the people who created Doge or even Satoshi behind Bitcoin is gone, and that they're not profiting off of their coin or their project. And in a way, that gives people a weird kind of confidence, and at the same time it also disconnects these people from making bad, you can't make a bad decision if you're no longer connected to something. So perfect example of why not having a CEO is sometimes a good thing.
Yeah.
Oh, but a little story too.
Shoot. Go ahead.
I was making my shake when you were telling your voiceover story.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I think I was 12 years old. I wanted to be a voiceover actor so bad that I called the people at over at Adult Swim every day.
Are you serious?
For weeks. For weeks. I left voicemails. I called every single day until one day, finally, they patched me through, and I got to talk to the directors and shit at Adult Swim, and they're like, they were like, this is the craziest thing anyone's ever done, and we love it, but we can't talk to you. You're a child. You need to get an agent and do all this stuff. They gave me a lot of good advice, actually. I wanted to be a voiceover actor so bad when I was a little kid that I almost made it happen through sheer
Oh my gosh!
willpower.
So you called Adult Swim every day to try to give them to give you a shot?
Yep.
And
Every day.
Did you said you almost made it happen that way?
Yeah, I got on a conference call with like the casting directors for like the Adult Swim shows.
No way.
I did like an impromptu voiceover. Like they asked me to do like 3 or 4 different voices, and I did, and yeah.
Wow.
And I was like 12 or 13 years old, and I'm like, I'm gonna be a voiceover actor.
Wow. So you got on a conference call with some of the program directors for Adult Swim to the point where they at least gave you a tryout. They gave you an audition at 13 years old?
Yep. And they loved it, and they said, we can't, they were like, we can't talk to you because you're a kid. We shouldn't even be talking to you right now.
Why do you think they gave you a chance? Do you think they're just kind of amused by your tenacity?
I think they were.
Yeah.
I would call, like, no joke, like, I made it my job for, like, when I got home from school, like, after I finished my homework, I was like, I'm calling Adult Swim until I'm blue in the face. And I did it every single, I think they just eventually just got pissed off.
Yeah, I mean, eventually I'm sure the novelty wore thin for them, and they, would they eventually stop accepting your calls, or what?
Well, no, I got the call with them.
Okay.
After so many weeks, and then that's when we had the conversation. They were like, "Yeah, they had me do some voices," and they were like, "This is." They told me they've never ever had this type of situation unfold, and they gave me a name of like a agent or whatever, and I was 13 years old. I don't remember exactly what happened with it, but. Oh, I do actually. The agent wanted like money and stuff, and like it was like a big thing.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
But it was it was hilarious. I think I broke down the Adult Swim casting department.
Wow, that's amazing. Chill Theater says, at this point, I'd honestly rather buy ass, Dogecoin, or even beefs. No joke. There's something to be said for that sentiment. And I will say this, because about now I don't know who's behind Dogecoin, so I can't speak on behalf of that. But what I can say is the folks seem very nice that are involved with it. That's all I can tell you. But I don't know who they are. I haven't talked with them or messaged with them. But in terms of ass and then beefs, I do know firsthand the people that are involved, and it really does help knowing firsthand the people are involved, and if you have a very favorable, trustworthy impression and rapport with those people, because I can tell you first, many times, many people involved in this industry aren't those things. So that does, even if you're talking about, kind of very lighthearted BSCs, that can definitely play a very logical factor into your decisions in that regard. So, I mean, I feel that. I get that. Someone else is talking about Acoin, which is Akon, the rapper Akon's own crypto. It's supposed to be the attempted currency in some city in
his own city.
Yeah, his own city in South Africa, is it?
Wakanda.
What? It's not. There's no such thing as Wakanda.
He's making it. I'm telling you.
No.
Akon is. That's what he's trying. No joke. That's what he's trying to do. He's calling it. I think he's calling it Akonda though.
Akonda?
I can't remember. Yeah, I'm no joke. That's not a joke. He's trying to make a town in Africa, and he's gonna fund it. He's gonna have the currency be his own A-coin or Akon coin, and he's trying to like model it after Wakanda, and there's no chance that this can go bad like Jim Jones or anything. It's gonna go totally fine. It's gonna go great.
Yeah. Okay. I detect it. Yes, Nick. So in other news, the Doge Car 2.0, piloted by Stefan Parsons, took a big slider in today's race. Have you seen this footage?
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty great, man.
He has really bad luck in driving, but his wrecks are pretty epic. They're always, first off, I want to say he's always very safe. He's never gotten hurt.
Yeah.
So I think that's number one. It's important. He's always been okay. But man, when Stephen Parsons spins out, he really spins out. He spins out hard.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, in my opinion, the second best thing that can happen to you in races like these, aside from placing in the top 10, is crashing, because who are the people that get the most attention out of the races? Your top 10 placers, and then the people who crash. So here we had a lot of attention in coverage going on the Dogecoin, the Doge Car 2.0 slide out, just being shown time and time again. Now there's memes made about it. I made an audio meme about it. I posted it on Twitter today. And it's just getting passed around everywhere, right? And what do you see? You see an entire car just flanked in the Shiba Inu, flanked in the Doge, right? So it was a super slide. It was a super slide. To me, it was the super slide, super glide. It looked pretty smooth, actually, to me. And he got out of there unharmed. So
I think it's hilarious that there's something kind of endearing about the fact that, and this, by the way, guys, this has been the case since when we originally funded this car, 7 years ago or 8 years ago, whenever we did that project. Like, that car has been going sideways down the track for 8 years now, and there's something kind of endearing about the fact that the Doge Car is always going sideways or spinning out.
Totally I agree. It's always kind of going, and it's kind of more on brand that way.
I know, right? I love that. I think it's great. I know. So I've talked to him before, and I know, he actually took over for his dad, I'm pretty sure, who originally drove the car.
You've talked to Stephen Parsons before?
Yeah. Well, I talked to him. Well, I didn't talk. Well, kind of. I talked to him through way back when through his dad, and then everybody kind of kept connected through, because I was one of the original funders on that the Doge NASCAR back in the day.
Yeah, that's right.
And yeah, so there was an AMA, and there was a whole bunch of stuff back then. But I think it's cool. I'm not a big. I've gone to one NASCAR event in my life, and I don't know if I would do it again. It's basically 2 hours of it's I don't know, a minute and a half of silence.
Yeah.
Followed by and then you get hit in the face by all this plastic tire crap, and then a minute and a half of silence, and then it's I don't know how anyone can enjoy that, but people do.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. Well, I enjoy watching demolition derbies. So
Oh hell yeah, that's fun.
Let me
My
get to
girlfriend lives right by a very, very famous demolition derby place here in Illinois.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I love going to that stuff. I love monster truck shows, all that kind of gaudy,
cool,
over the top stuff. Let me get to a couple super chats here. Chill Theater, thank you. $2 super chat says tocoin.webnode.com. It's all there. Yeah. So about Tocoin, like, just feel free to, like, no one's even messaged me from Tocoin. Just like message me about like your basics, like what is it? Where can I find it to read about it, right? Like I do appreciate.
People are always in the chat, right?
Yeah, they're always in the chat, but not one of them has actually messaged me to tell me anything about the coin. Sliding Edge coming in with a $5 super chat. Thank you, Sliding Edge. Why are crypto channels spamming Doge and BTC death cross all of a sudden? Feels like an attempt to drive down crypto market. Thoughts? Anytime
it's been going on for weeks.
Yeah, this isn't anything new, number one. Number two, we can't say with any super conclusive evidence that this is like a coordinated conspiratorial attempt, but we can tell you that for example, the Chinese government every year does the same thing on purpose to scare and drive down the values of both the stock and crypto markets for their own advantageous purchasing decisions. So do I think that could be happening on in more of an internet level in terms of spamming rooms and chats and everything like this? Yeah, absolutely. That's absolutely probable. And I don't think that kind of strategy is just limited to the Chinese government. Your thoughts, Nick?
Yeah, the death cross talk has been happening for the past few weeks now. This is not like a new phenomenon at all. This is a pattern that has been shown in the BTC chart. This is a very well-known technical analysis, pattern that is occurring within Bitcoin as we speak. We were talking to Papa Upshot earlier today. I don't know if you were on the call when we were talking about this, but there's pretty much any time, like I think 6 out of the last 8 death crosses that Bitcoin has encountered, it's actually broke to the upside. So there's just as much potential that this will break out instead of down than it will break down. I mean, it really could go either way. The major factor that I see that gives me some hope for Bitcoin to keep its trajectory is that it's not really breaking down. It's not moving up, but it's just trading sideways. And that gives me a bit more confidence. The longer that it can hold like a sideways pattern, I think the better. And it's proving that. I mean, we'll see within the next week or so. And a lot of people think too that the beginning of July is going to be very bullish for all markets, and I kind of tend to agree.
I would concur. With that overall assessment. Another story I kind of wanted to touch on, Nick, is a bit unrelated to crypto. I came across is Kevin Hart recently fired back at a lot of critics. I guess you would call them cancel culture critics, who say that he's not funny and that he's issued a few tweets 7 or 8 years ago that they deemed in poor taste, and that people should be boycotting him now, and that he's not funny, and etc. And he came out today with kind of like a full-throated kind of rebuttal to this, and he said, listen, I've been one of the highest grossing comedians in entertainment for years now. If people genuinely didn't think I was funny anymore, I think it would be reflected in that. And this guy that's worth over $4 billion in earnings. I wouldn't say Kevin Hart's like my favorite, but I do think he's funny. I do think he's a talent. He also fired back and said that he's been able to parlay his talents into a place of business and branding that branches out to radio and other revenue streams. So like a lot of voiceover work and branding and things like that. And then he lashed out at the mainstream media and said, stop taking headlines for face value, or else you guys will fall for the banana in the tailpipe trick every time, is what he called it. And so, he was pretty fired about him. See if there's anything else in the story of substance to add to this.
This is not, by the way, this is not a new story. I very well remember, like I was
this is not new. It's only new in the fact that he's fired back again today.
This like,
but it keeps going on.
Thing, it keeps coming up. I remember this wasn't at my previous job. It was at my job before that. I was listening to the radio on my way to work, and this was years before these tweets ever were made. So this whole like bringing these old tweets back up has been happening to him for years now. And I can't, it's like, how many times are we going to revisit this? Like, guy's funny. He clearly is one of the highest rated comedians in the world.
Right.
Like, he didn't get there because he's not funny. Like, he's a funny guy. And he's never said anything that's like horrific. He's not, he's actually a pretty, and I listen to Tim Dillon. You know what I mean? I listen to some pretty
I quite like Tim Dillon.
Yeah, I love Tim Dillon. I'm going to see Tim Dillon, as we talked about before. I'm going to see him in August.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some comics out there who really push the envelope. Kevin Hart's really not pushing any envelopes. He's pretty. I wouldn't say all of his comedy's family friendly, but it's pretty close. Like. So,
well, I mean, there are some. The main thing is there are some tweets way back in the day, literally like 8-9 years ago or something like that could be deemed as a bit disparaging on, I guess, trans folks. And the thing is, you guys, people change, people evolve, and also the societal norms versus 10 years ago and now evolve in a lot of different ways. Furthermore, like I always say, when you make these kind of evaluations on people's characters, the two things that you want to look at the most, in my opinion anyway, are the context and the intention. So look at the context surrounding it, the situation, and then look at the intention of the person that's, being accused or in the hot water about it. Was there malicious intent? If there's not malicious intent, why are we even having this witch hunt, right? If there's not malicious intent behind something, why does a witch hunt? Why is it even taking place? What do you think, Nick?
Yeah, I think we live in this time of, like whatever, cancel culture, or whatever you want to call it, and it's just absolutely ridiculous. I don't know about you, but I come from a time of the early 2000s where the Xbox user lobbies were like a hellscape of just the worst types of people. And the funny part is, like, there has to be some sort of middle ground, right? Like, you can't be throwing out crazy like N-bombs and doing all sorts of nasty stuff online, and you can't be canceling people because they made a joke. There's gotta, like, I feel like our nation has become like, kind of bipolar in a way that it's, cancel culture is become like the far end of this crazy spectrum, and on the other end is like I said, like the Xbox user chat rooms of like the early 2000s where like anything goes. You know, there's some sort of middle ground where people can be funny, they can be edgy, they can be you know, and that's essentially what makes the best comedy. Like George Carlin, like that dude, like you know, ruled comedy, and he was often extremely edgy and you know, but he was, you know, I think there's a lot of people out there on Twitter that like they think they're being funny and they're really being assholes.
Right.
Like,
it's about a balance, right?
It's a balance. You have to be like, you can't just come out and be like, oh, I got this guy over. I'm just I'm just screwing with this guy, and like,
right.
You know, like that's not funny. Like
right.
You're just being a jerk.
Right.
Like, you know, and there's a fine line between being a jerk and comedy, and like people, yeah. I
totally agree with you, and again, that falls on intention, right? Where
exactly.
I don't really find myself on either like far side of many people's opinions on stuff like this, because I can't stand cancel culture personally. I abhor it, and a lot of the people that really champion it and kind of bathe in it and relish in it, I can't stand that vibe. At the same time, I've noticed some folks on the other end of it, they kind of use being anti-cancel culture as an excuse to just be a big a-hole and douchebag to people. And it's like, you know, I'm all for people's right to do that. You know, don't get me wrong, but I don't like it. I don't think it's cool, and I don't think it's funny or clever to go out of your way to be malicious and offensive and hurtful to people. If you're doing it in a way that is funny and you're trolling people that deserve to be trolled, that's one thing, and it's funny, that's one thing. But if you're just going your way to be a jerk, just to be a jerk, you know, that's not cool. There's nothing cool about that.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate that like there's so many people on Twitter who think they're hilarious.
Yeah.
And like that, you know, and Twitter lends itself to that. Like people on Twitter like think they're George Carlin. And like they're not. Like they're not. They're just assholes. And,
yeah.
You know, we put up with this stuff, you know.
Oh yeah, I deal with so many people like that on Twitter, like, you know, especially since the show's gotten a bit more popular or whatever. People just like they'll just insult me. They'll just be jerks, and then and they'll just come at me, and I'm just like, I don't need this, so I just block them. And then they complain.
They get mad.
Then they get mad. Then they'll start spaces. I've literally had people start Twitter spaces after I blocked them, so they could talk about me blocking them because they were a jerk to me. I'm just like, how about you just leave me alone? Like, all you have to do to get in the good graces of a content creator is generally just be nice and be pleasant. It's not hard. It's not hard. It's not a tall order. It's not a tall order. So yeah, I totally agree with you there. So Liv, are you still with us?
She's partying her face off.
She's partying. It's funny.
I'm still here.
She is still there. Wow.
I'm setting off fireworks at my friend's right now.
What kind of fireworks, Liv?
Roman candles.
Nice. Those are my favorites, honestly. I love holding the Roman candle while setting off.
Listen. Oh, fuck!
Liv, are you okay? We are.
Oh my god.
We are live and uncensored tonight, guys. Josh Randell disavows coming in with a $10 super chat. Thank you, Josh. Really appreciate that. Says, bring back ass culture. I love it. I love it.
Agree.
Thank you. I agree with that. Josh Randell disavows. And thank you for your super chat.
Do I need to bring it out?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm sorry. It's just I was muting myself because I didn't want you guys to hear me screaming at my friends to get wrecked.
We heard part of it.
I'm just gonna lose an eye tonight.
Yeah, be careful, Liv. Do you have safety glasses on?
Definitely not. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Listen,
Wear it.
listen to this.
Nice.
Dude, I didn't know they allowed fireworks in Canada. That's pretty
They
cool.
don't give an F.
That's awesome.
They don't
Yeah.
care.
Need not be a war with Vladimir Putin.
Listen to this.
Yes, guys. Roman candles and total inebriation. What could possibly go wrong?
Nothing.
Booney got hit in the head twice.
Yeah, my friend. I hit my friend and my cousin in the head twice.
Oh.
I was literally aiming at my cousin in the head. All of us actually were. We were all aiming at my cousin.
Wow. Your poor cousin.
Yeah, he's okay. Dude.
He's like, this is him.
It's all good, man.
This is him. You're talking. He listens to you a lot. He's like, hey, Liv, like I've listened to your podcast. They've been really good.
I'm starstruck. I don't know what to do. What do I do?
I think that might have been the Roman candle in your eye, bud.
No, he's a cool.
Maybe.
He's a cool dude. He's cooler
Yeah.
than I am. He's the male version of me.
Oh, right on.
Fuck you guys. Fuck you.
I just want to give kudos to whoever's hosting this podcast.
Steven
I know who's
Steele.
hosting this podcast. Obviously, it's Steven Steele. But I just want to say, I give so much props to the fact that you can keep this on the rails because this party is off the rails. 100%.
Yeah, just so about keeping a balance and keeping it curated and moving, my friend. But thank you for that. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. So, yeah, there we have it, guys. Raw and Unfiltered, Liv partying with alcohol and Roman candles out in, I think out in a field or by a pool.
I'm so sorry. We're at a park. I'm so sorry for the uncensored. I'm so sorry.
Are you in downtown GTA right now doing this?
No.
Okay,
We're
okay.
Literally like outside the CN Tower right now.
We aren't. We're in a suburb outside of Toronto. I'm sorry. I keep dropping F-bombs. I have a very bad potty mouth, so like it comes naturally, and then I put a couple drinks in me, and then it just comes out. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Where are they? Who asked them?
Hey, where are you guys right now?
We're not in Canada. We're in the Chicago area.
Oh, lovely. Well,
Slow Despair, thank you for the dollar super chat, Slow. Thank you. So
Taking it back real quick to ass culture coming back.
Yeah.
Do you remember, Steven, the early 2000s when girls would like have their thongs hanging out?
yeah, that was definitely a thing.
I love that. I really Degrassi. Yeah, I really want that to come back. I love that period of time. Whenever
Drake needs to get back in his wheelchair immediately. That's what I said. For sure. Degrassi, Drake in the wheelchair. So you guys definitely remember mixtapes. 100%.
Sure.
Oh,
yeah.
MP3 mixtapes?
Yeah.
32?
Oh, yeah.
They're old.
So what is top 5 songs on your mixtape? I'm sorry if you've already talked about this, but I just want to know.
This is my cousin. He's literally the male version of me, so I apologize.
Steven and I are both significantly older.
Wait. No. But how old though?
I just wanted to know they're old enough to know MP3.
No.
What's your social insurance number?
No. What age bracket?
Did you know how old my girlfriend was when you met her?
No, I had no idea because you told me, I think in a DM or a tweet or something, because I had no idea. Like I thought she was a lot younger than she was.
She's
No,
47.
Yeah, I thought she was a lot younger. I'm gonna be honest. I really did. Yeah. He's younger. He's a baby boy.
He's like 24.
No, he's not 24. He's older than that. But like, how old are you, Nick?
I'll be 33 next month.
Okay, so yeah.
Oh,
So
15-year buffer.
he's your age then.
So yeah, my cousin Priya the other day was trying to hook me up with a 40-year-old from her work, and I was
What?
just like,
No.
What?
he was like, "You have a dark sense of humor, aka like you're not that funny." And she was like, "Yeah," she was like, "This girl, she showed me like videos of her presenting, like she works in a coffee shop." And they like sell coffee machines, and she was like presenting this video of coffee machines. She was like, "Look, she's so random, just like you." And she was 40 and so ugly. And I was like, dude, I was like, dude, I'm 32. Do you really look at me and think that?
Oh, she's trying to hit
She was
you
trying
up
to hit me up with like her friend from work that she socialized with.
Oh, Rob, we can find you a woman if you need
Yeah,
that.
you need to get on the cougar kick. You can't be
Oh
having
my-
like that.
Yeah, no, but it doesn't need to be like a not cute cougar.
Yeah,
like
no, you need.
a cute one.
Do you know how
You
much
need-
when a family member is like, this is your equal?
It's like, yeah, this is like, here's your
And
scrap.
she just absolutely dumpster fire.
Yeah,
and you're like,
our
really?
cousin tried to sewer him, and yeah, our cousin.
I'm sorry.
shit.
I'm sorry for ruining your podcast, my friend.
You're fine.
But, pleasure.
You're doing
always-
great.
You're fine.
No,
But,
you're fine.
Yeah, it was a pleasure. Here, I'll give you back to Liv.
Alrighty. Okay. Chill Auricular Theater coming to $2. Thank you, Chill. Nick, have you ever heard of TikTok Bugs Bunny Challenge? This is what?
I am not on TikTok.
Why would you think Nick would know what that is?
I have no idea.
Maybe
Funny
Liv
enough,
knows.
though,
Maybe Liv knows. I have no idea what it is.
my dad just got on TikTok. So
What do I know?
he's-
TikTok? I don't fuck. Oh, I do not know what TikTok is. I literally just downloaded.
Yo, TikTok's lit.
You like TikTok?
Hell yeah.
See, so many people like TikTok.
See, what I want to know is
You just gotta get the
who is.
algorithm right.
See, you know what? I'm a simple guy. I just want to know who is the best OnlyFans account out there.
Male
like,
or female?
Bang for a buck. I feel like Adriana Chechik is probably up there.
Oh, so you're on.
Because
Mm-hmm.
no, but she's like, oh, I did a DP Thursday, Friday. I'm doing a DP Saturday. I'm doing anal with a guy and a girl on Sunday.
She's on Twitch. She's on Twitch now.
DP isn't like that's not something. I don't know. I don't like that. I don't need to see 3 dicks in a wall.
Okay, well,
Okay. That's enough. Sorry about that, you guys. Yeah, we can't go that explicitly there. We love Liv, but her friend is he means well, but he's had a bit too much to drink, and we gotta cut him off and reel him in here. We don't mind getting a little spicy on Steven Steele Live, and we do, but we can't get.
Gotta keep it YouTube.
Yeah,
safe.
yeah. And not only that, it's just not my style. So, anyway, sorry about that, guys. Do you, Bugs Bunny Challenge? Let me look that up on Google and see if.
So funny because I'm not on TikTok at all. I feel like I'm far too old for that. And then just the other day, my dad, hit me up and he's like, "Do you know how to TikTok?" He's like, I want to get on the TikToks." I was like, "What do you want? What do you want to do on TikTok, Dad? It's
Yeah.
for kids." He's like, "I want to
So
see
I'm-
girls." I'm like, "Okay." I mean, there's probably a million other ways, but all right.
So I'm looking up the Bugs Bunny Challenge right now.
Oh, I get it. I see.
I don't get it. I see a bunch of girls looking at their phones. Oh, it's the okay.
Yeah, with their feet. Yeah,
Their feet and their booties.
yeah. This is what TikTok is, guys.
Yeah, pretty much what it is. Right. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how Chill Theater thought we would know that. Know what you would think that was specifically.
I think people think that I'm a lot cooler than I really am. I'm really.
Maybe
I
they
am
think
not.
maybe they think you're like 22.
I think that yes, 100%. People often especially now when I'm dieted down, like when I lose a lot of my fat, my face gets thinner and I look way younger than I actually am. And especially if I shave, yeah, forget about it. I look like I'm in my early 20s.
Yeah.
People will come up to me and ask me they'll start, using kid language. It's so funny. I feel like I'm a million years old because, the way teenagers and even people in their early 20s talk now, like everything's lit. It's like everything's, I don't understand.
I will say though, out of TikTok, it is what you make it. There is a lot of very smart, very savvy, pretty decent entertainment on TikTok as well, and in addition to all the stuff that you would assume it is. So
no, sure. There's a lot of people who have made careers, not doing any kind of dancing or any of that kind of stuff, but they've made they made careers off of TikTok, just doing different stuff. I know a guy who was a former U.S. Navy SEAL, and now he does like ghost stories and like missing person stories and like weird like kind of murder-ish like kind of content on TikTok, and that's his full-time job now. Like he makes a killing off of that. So yeah, TikTok is just like any other platform. You could use it for anything. They're actually
right.
A lot of people
agreed.
OnlyFans, believe it or not, now has a fitness section where you can you can find personal trainers through OnlyFans.
Oh,
which
really?
I think that's like crazy. Like,
yeah, see that's cool. That would be interesting to me. A lot more interesting to me if OnlyFans could successfully branch out from what it's most obviously known for. If it could successfully do that, where it could have a few different categories that aren't necessarily of a pornographic nature, that would be interesting. That would be interesting. So people can technically hire personal trainers now.
Yeah. They're creating a whole fitness section, and they're actually killing it. Like, their staff is incredibly small. Like, I can't remember. I think it might be 20 or maybe 40 people.
Yeah. That
work at OnlyFans, and their revenue is in the billions. Like I can't remember what the breakdown was, but like. Like each of their employees is technically worth like a few $1 billion. It's insane.
Yeah.
So they're absolutely killing it, and they're success now. They are successfully branching out into other types of paid content, and I honestly think that like OnlyFans might become like one of the premier, or I'm sure it already is, the premier paid platform, because content creators know that they can go there, they won't get banned for anything,
right,
and they can post whatever content they want.
Right.
If I was dude, right now I'll put it to you like this: if I didn't have a girlfriend, like a long-term girlfriend, and like I'm living the life that I am living right now, if I was single, man, and I have all this money, I would be on OnlyFans, like just having people pay for like being a voyeur of my crazy life. and that that's, I think a lot of people make a really good living doing that. Yeah. Agreed.
Let's see. Let's see. I have no idea. You're in the Chicago area. Knew Nick was. Oh, okay. Yep. I'm in that general area for sure.
I'm actually gonna get heading out.
I'm gonna start winding this one down too. But thank you, Nick, so much for joining and staying extra long tonight. I really appreciate it, man. Yeah. And I'll check in with you tomorrow as usual.
All right, man. Sounds like a plan. You guys have a great night. Make sure to hit the like, hit the subscribe, and we will see you guys tomorrow.
Awesome. Thanks again, Nick. And for those of you who want to keep up with Nick, you can follow him on Twitter. I think most of you probably already do, but If you just type in Nick and then Ballz in the search, he's pretty easy to find on Twitter. Guys, this is your man, Real Deal, Steele, coming to you live. This has been just a fun animated night with both of my guests, particularly Liv, who it goes to the territory when you're out partying with friends and people are having drinks. Those things are going to happen, but I gotta be a good show host as well and be mindful. You guys, unless you got any other questions for me or things like that, I will be open for questions for a couple minutes here before I'll probably start winding things down for this episode. Also, I want to tell you about Monday night. I have a very awesome special guest that I'm really proud to feature on the show. Her name is Catherine Brodsky, and she is a super talented writer and journalist, and she is a video content producer as well, and she's written for anyone from Playboy to Esquire to Vulture to the AV Club from The Onion, and I feel that I'm a fan of her work, and I feel that she exhibits just a really uniquely brand of rare, unbiased, objective work, a body of work. I think she's just a really interesting person, a very interesting thinker, and an incredible talent. So definitely looking forward to having Catherine Brodsky. She will be on Steven Steele Live on Monday night. So just please keep that in mind. I'd love to have all of you join for that. Chillauricular Theater told me with a $2 super chat, is it cocoa butter time, Steele? I don't know what that means, Chill Theater, but I don't use cocoa butter. I don't even really use moisturizer overall because it's hard for me to find a moisturizer that doesn't feel like it's giving me like a sticky film on my skin after I apply it. The only one I found that doesn't do that to me, I think, is by the brand called Jason, and I think it's like maybe like a cucumber kind of infused one that has it actually feels moisturizing without giving that sticky film kind of vibe. Let's see. I used to watch the ONN, the Onion News Network. Onion News Network was an absolute riot. Caleb Bailey says, great work, keep the channel growing. Thank you so much, Caleb. Really appreciate it. And like I said, I look forward to bringing you guys just even a more variety of awesome, cool, the most interesting, cool guests that I can find for the show. And so I am putting together even more stuff like that is in the works right now. So, and we're just going to keep growing this thing, keep growing this community. I really feel strongly about the fact that I feel like what we're building here with you guys is just a unique community, a unique vibe, and cross-section of content that you really don't really get anywhere else on any other channels. So I hope you guys continue to grow with it and everything else. Oh, by the way, if you aren't a member of the Discord server, we're still building out that Discord server. That's a great way to communicate with obviously community members 24/7. So I'm going to put a link to the Discord server in the chat in case you haven't joined that yet. Would love to have you active over there as well. We're still growing that, but it is growing now. The channel, keep in mind, this channel is only 2 months old. So considering it's 2 months old, we are doing really exceptional. As my friend Crypto Batman said, he said the engagement and the growth of Steven's channel, considering it's only been around for about 2 months, is just really extraordinary. So we also love Crypto Batman here on Steven Steele Live. He owes me an appearance on here, but I understand, as him being a full-time content creator himself, and having a wife and things like that, sometimes scheduling can be pretty tricky and elusive, but I think we're going to get Crypto Batman on here yet. I know that I already even have the artwork all set for that. That's been waiting in the wings. So, Liv, are you doing okay? And see if we can attempt to bring her back in here for a minute and see how she's doing. Sounds good, Alan. Thanks for joining us tonight. Sweet, more apps download, make new profile, keep up with us. Okay, you don't have to join. Chill. No one has to join Discord. At this, guys, I think I will close this one down. I want to thank each and every one of you guys for joining and tuning in tonight. Really appreciate it. And we'll be back tomorrow night. Slight possibility I might come back for an after hours Insomniac freestyle edition. So keep those notifications on, and because if you happen to be up or if you happen to can't sleep, like a problem that often begets me, I might come on later. So again, thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate the continued support. And you guys know where to find me on Twitter, Mr. Steven Steele on Twitter. If you don't already follow me, what are you doing? Follow your man, Real Deal Steven Steele, on the Twitter. I'm very active on there. My DMs are actually open there as well. So at that, I'm going to conclude, my friends. Thank you all so much for your support. Love you guys, and we'll see you next time. This is Steven Steele signing out.